Hi there. When I was a boy, I went to Catholic schools. My teachers, the nuns at primary school and the so-called religious brothers at secondary school, did their very best to brainwash us children with their religious beliefs. I know, it was their job, but hey. And they succeeded to a degree. But by the age of 12 or 13, I started to think for myself and cleared my brain and started to question the religious teachings that we were told at school. One of these teachings was the birth of Jesus, on Christmas Day, which is another story, but we'll keep that for another time. And this story of the birth of Jesus was inconsistent and incomplete. So I started to reinterpret it in my mind. Before we go ahead, I'd like to ask you to join me in my quest to be the most successful, oldest YouTuber. All you got to do is press that subscribe button and give me a like. It doesn't hurt, it's free. And join me in this little trip. Thanks very much. In a small town in Judea, a girl named Mary was doing what all 14-year-old girls did in those times. When one day she met up with this really handsome dude. He was very angelic looking. They got chatting. She fancied him. They got together. All right, so all whoopee-doo. But a few weeks later, Mary goes to her mother and says, "Mum, I've missed my period." Mum says, "It's okay, sweetheart. Every girl misses a period once in a while. It's no big deal." Okay. A month later, Mary goes back to her mother and says, "I've missed my period again." Now Mum gets a little bit suspicious. So decides to go and have a chat with Dad. Dad says, "What? She's missed 2 periods? That doesn't sound good. I better have a chat with Mary. Mary, what's going on?" The girl replied that she met up with this really handsome, angelic-looking dude who took advantage of her. No, just all we need. All right, what are we going to do? We can't have a scandal. Not in this little town. No. All right, we'll have to get you married off. Who? There's a good question. So Dad racks his brain and he realises, yes, there's Joseph who lives up the road. He's a carpenter. I'll go and have a chat with him. So Dad races up the road to the carpentry shop. He sees Joe and he makes Joe an offer he can't refuse. Joe says, "Okay, that sounds all right to me." They come to a deal and eventually Joseph marries Mary. But there's one little problem. The birth is going to be too soon after the marriage. They can't have a scandal in that little town. Mary's parents couldn't handle it. So what to do? Unfortunately, Joseph and Mary are going to have to leave town. So they gathered their possessions, got a donkey, and they had to skedaddle. Mary sitting on the donkey as an 8-month plus pregnant woman, not very comfortable. Not very good at planning, but there we go. What can you do? She says, Joseph, I'm not comfortable up here. And he replies, Mary, I have to walk. Stop complaining. She says, no, Joseph, what I really mean is I'm having contractions. And he says, oh, yeah, I understand. All right, next town was Bethlehem. They found a stable that they could stay in. They went in and made themselves comfortable as possible. While this was going on, out in the countryside, there were 3 travelling salesmen taking their wares from one town to another. Having a nice little chat, easy night, looking up at the night sky, all of a sudden, there's a star. But I don't mean a star up in the sky. I mean a star lower down to ground. And it was very, very bright. And it was much bigger than the normal stars you see way up in the sky. And I thought, what the hell is that? And this star starts moving. And they said, that's pretty strange. What are we going to do? Hey, come on, let's follow it. So they decide to follow this star. And they followed it until it stopped above a stable and shone this beam of light down onto the stable. And I said, that's one hell of a star. Very interesting. Let's go and see what's inside this stable. So they went to the stable. They saw that Mary had just given birth to Jesus. And a bit of a chit-chat with Joseph. They said, we'll help you out. Left some gifts. Gold, myrrh, and incense. And they said, yeah, okay. Joseph said, how come you guys have popped in? They said, well, we followed this UFO. We followed this star. Joseph says, yeah, right. So, very nice of you to leave the gold. The other stuff, whatever. So the 3 guys get out, jump on their camels, look up, and yeah, that star is there. The star is obviously seen that they've done what they're supposed to do, and it just went whoosh and disappeared into the sky. You couldn't even blink an eye before it had disappeared. They said, that looks interesting. Anyway, not to worry. Now, what amazes me is that this moment in time was recorded. If so, by whom? So if they were able to get this microcosm of time recorded, why not the next 30 years of this man's life? Or did Jesus go from being baby Jesus to adult Jesus in the blink of an eye, as if in a time warp? And if Mary really did get pregnant from an extraterrestrial, an angel, does that make Jesus a hybrid extraterrestrial? Hybrid angel, extraterrestrial, the same thing. I don't know. Do you? If you do, please leave your suggestions in the comments below. If you want me to continue on this subject, let me know and I can make a part 2 of this. I've got a few things in mind already. So folks, thanks very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and please subscribe. Let's see if we can build this up and make this old man very happy. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Tony, talking the talk. Stay positive, keep smiling. Until next time, bye for now.